performance artists and feminists alike will jump at the chance to explain that women aren't treated fairly in this world. Women in the workplace make 70-some cents to the man's dollar, and if they're married, they're still expected to take care of the kids and cook the meals and clean the house. As a woman, I can tell you that I'm objectified nearly every time I go outside for a long walk with horn honks and cat calls. And objectively, it is rough when the cards seem stacked against you as a woman trying to get ahead in the world. And I hate to be the person who squashes the ego of all women out there, but if you think it's rough for you women now, think of the uphill battles you'd have to climb if you lived in, say, a century ago. That was a time when women didn't have a right to vote. Why on earth would they want to even go to school? Unless it was, to be a teacher or a nurse, when their place is at home to live to agree with their breadwinner, husband, father, patriarch, master. Because not all of you may have a scientific mind. There was one woman, Lisa Meitner, born to a Jewish family in Austria 10 years before Hitler. She was blocked in so many ways to achieve any of her goals in life. Because she actually got her doctoral degree in physics in the days when women weren't even allowed to attend schools of higher education, Professor Planck in Berlin, who actually rejected any woman wanting to attend his lectures, he allowed her in. And in 1 year, Meitner even became his assistant. She later worked without a salary before she worked in Prague as an associate professor. She was the first woman in Germany to become a full professor in physics. She eventually co-discovered nuclear fission with Otto Hahn. I mean, Albert Einstein even praised her by calling her the German Marie Curie. And yeah, as Adolf Hitler came to power, and most of her colleagues emigrated from Germany after they were forced to resign their posts, Meitner just immersed herself in her work until she witnessed the Anschluss, the annexation of Austria into Germany, that she was forced in 1938 to flee to Holland and then Sweden. But a chemist where she worked named Kurt Hess, he was an avid Nazi, and he even informed the authorities that she was about to flee, so it was lucky she escaped. Meitner even said she escaped with only 10 marks for money in her pocket, but before she left, Otto Hahn gave her a diamond ring for her escape in case she needed to bribe the frontier guards. She didn't need to use it in her escape, so that ring was later given and worn by her nephew's wife. But after her assistance with nuclear fission, she didn't want to think of this use as a weapon, and she even refused to offer to work on the Manhattan Project. The sad thing is that she co-discovered nuclear fission, but it was her male coworker, Otto Hahn, who was awarded the 1944 Nobel Prize in Chemistry for the discovery of nuclear fission. Some historians say Meitner should have been awarded that Nobel Prize with them, but keep in mind that it was a man's world back then. Though she was nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize 3 times, she has received awards in later years, in addition to having craters in the moon and on Venus named after her, in addition to element 109. And yeah, element 109, meitnerium, is a highly radioactive synthetic element. Its radioactivity makes me think of that nuclear fission she co-discovered with Otto Hahn. They also discovered the element protactinium, actually. But when it comes to naming element 109, that was the only proposed name, and meitnerium was the only element ever named specifically for a non-mythological woman. And really, there is so little of this meitnerium that people can only guess its properties, but learning and discovering seemed to be something Meitner was all about, facing all odds and achieving so much.